Now, most often when you think about your executives on your projects, they give you your high-level requirements and then they sign off on your charter, and you may not see them again except for a few milestone meetings later on down the road. At Celero, this executive team was really involved in understanding what the ITSM system was going to do because it touched every single department and every role over at Celero. And so they were really involved in the vendor selection process and what the system could do for Celero. And what was nice about this project is we thought, let's really capitalize on that. Let's not let their engagement go and take this into some dark corner and then bring them back a completed project. If we keep them engaged, then they're going to help us to spread the mandate for the things that we need to do that are going to affect the whole organization. One example was getting ITIL training for everyone over at Celero. That's a hard thing as a project team to mandate that everyone in the organization needs this training, but the executive management team can do it. So how do we keep them involved? Well, we found by keeping those early meetings with the executives going on a regular basis, they would keep attending them. We couldn't just give them this sort of dry, here's a PDF of the bi-weekly report, but we would have a jam session every couple of weeks where we would get together. It was done on OneNote. We would keep it high level for what we're doing and very visual. So they could get snapshots, they could get pictures of what was going on in the different locations, and then we get an idea of how things were coming. They really liked OneNote because an executive loves it. When they make a suggestion for you or a question, and they can see it popping up on the screen in real time so that they know you're taking action on what it is that they're asking. Something else that was unusual about this project, I don't know how easy it is to replicate, but if you can make a chance for it, we had actual management staff on our project team. So here we're highlighting that we had one of the directors, we had 3 managers on our team. And not in the sense that they were on a steering committee somewhere or just giving us feedback every once in a while. They had actual project tasks, actual deliverables that they were in charge of, whether it was product owners. Some, as mentioned before, took on this sort of analysis role. It was really helpful to have people that were really empowered, that they were used to making decisions together and that they could make decisions for others and had the confidence to do that. So the project became sort of an epicenter of decision making for the whole organization. And we didn't have to go outside as often because of that. Well, I don't have any managers on my project team, what can I say? So how might you be able to do that? So one thing that we suggest is to work to build awareness of what's going on in your project and how it affects everyone inside of the organization. Have your town hall meetings where you get the managers involved and get them to participate in steering calls if you can. Give them takeaways, and that's my sneaky tip for this. If you can get the managers highly involved, then you have an unavailable resource on your project. They're going to take things away from you. They're going to get their team involved, and then all of a sudden you've built this momentum where you get a lot of people involved in your project. So getting managers on your team is one thing. Where should you use them if you can get them involved? The one suggestion I'd have for you is in organizational change management. The managers, the leaders in the organization, know their people and know their processes like nobody else. Like the project team can't because they're going and they're looking at a specific focus on the project. But the management team overall knows how the business operates and how things are going to be accepted or rejected. Organizational change management is a great avenue to get managers involved in the project. Another key in our collaboration was the sense of ownership. I really loved how at the end of the project, we were going to be delivering a product to the organization. And so we started with the end in mind, thinking of who was going to have the keys for the system, and it was all over. And so to the best of the ability, Celero chose people that were going to have their hands in using the ITSM system afterwards. So the system admins for the system were the analysts throughout the life of the project. That really helped us because now these people were coming into the project knowing that they were going to inherit all of the decisions that were being made throughout the life of the project. And you all probably drive a car a lot different that you're renting than what you own, right? And so the same for these folks on our project team. They knew that they were going to own the car, and they treated it with that care. say yes, or at least don't say no. So not every project can do this. Project managers are very concerned about what's in scope and making sure that we're not going beyond, because we have to keep an eye on the budget, we have to keep an eye on resources, and we can't be carried away with adding things into the project because it's financially irresponsible. Sometimes in a project, you'll have this opportunity to know that you're building something that's on the ground level, and that there may be more projects that are going to end up following it. And when that happens, you may have this opportunity to say yes to a lot of things. If you can say yes, it's going to build collaboration within the entire organization. So I'll explain a little bit what I mean about that. With ITSM, when we started getting all of the different departments involved in what the system should be able to produce and what it should do for them, we avoided words like, no, we can't do that, or no, that's impossible. Even if it wasn't within the scope of what we intended to deliver in our first phase, we wanted to hear all of their ideas, because we knew that it was often going to be a question of whether we're going to do this now or whether we can investigate this for later. Feeling that they were heard, the departments started growing in their attendance to our meetings and in their level of participation. Now that they had a stake in what this product was going to look like, it was really helpful for us to have all of these ideas, and it did shape the outcome of our project and what we delivered for them.